excited to bring you a series of videos that are all about starting your wardrobe over. It is about going into your closet, cleaning it out, how to actually do that, and how to figure out what your personal style is and how to rebuild your wardrobe in a way that really serves you, a wardrobe that you absolutely love, that you feel good about, that isn't overcrowding your closet. And the reason I'm doing this is, one, this is something that I have been trying to do for myself, and I've done it over and over again. It's something I kind of do annually, but also I have just been listening to you guys, and the comment that I am hearing so often from customers and friends and even family is, a question: can you help me? I don't know where to start. My closet is just bursting over with clothes. I don't even know where to begin because I can't see the forest for the trees. And then once I've gotten that stuff out, I don't even know what to put back in there. Can you help? And so this series of videos is going to be an attempt to guide you in the right direction. And we're going to do it in little bite-sized chunks. So today, I'm not going to be showing you any clothes. Today, we're just going to be talking about a strategy for going in and starting the closet clean out process, because before you replenish and before you assess what your best style is, you got to get like the slate clean. So let's talk today about how to do that. Okay guys, so I think the best way to walk you through how I make over a wardrobe is to really just talk you through my own situation, because everybody's situation is different. And so, I acknowledge some of you may have very small closets, some of you may have a huge house and have like 6 closets full of your stuff. We're all in different situations. So let's just go from my example and then take from it what is instructive and customize it to yourself. So the first thing that I do when I want to do a total closet declutter and rebuild is I go into my closet and I kind of just take it all in. And I like to take a before photo and an after photo. 1, to see what I've accomplished, but 2, it just helps me kind of digest like, wow, maybe this is an extreme amount of stuff and this is not what I want to feel like. And I will identify my goals. So for me, a goal might be, I just want to see space between the hangers. For others of you, it might be, I want to get my wardrobe down to 30 pieces or to 40 pieces. And I've done that before where I've had a numbers goal. But my latest wardrobe clean out just had to do with, I just want to really get some of the weight out of here, the stuff that isn't serving me, the stuff that I am not wearing. So the next thing that I do after I've identified my goal is I start with categories. A lot of people will tell you to take everything out of your closet. In my case, the closet's too big, there's too much stuff. I literally cannot take everything out and lay it somewhere because I won't be able to see through those piles. So I start with categories. So I will start with my categories where I see the most duplication. And that means things like denim or black pants or yoga pants, where I just have way too many of the same thing and there's only like 3 or 4 of them that I am actually wearing. I will take that category, then I will get it onto my bed where I can see it all, and I might even delve into subcategories. So with denim, there's so many silhouettes. I might have a pile of my skinny jeans and a pile of my boyfriend jeans and another pile of my distressed jeans. Guys, come on, I work in fashion. I'm gonna have a lot of stuff. So anyway, some of you might not have to do categories. You might just have 6 pairs of jeans and want to get it down to 2. But I look at my piles, and then within those piles, I go into the ones that I love, the ones that I like, and the ones I never wear. The ones I never wear, I set aside and I make a plan for those. Those are probably, in my case, going to consignment. The ones that I like, I'm going to set them aside for a moment. The ones I love, I'm definitely keeping. And then I take them and I hang them back up, or I fold them and I put them back where they are. And there's a reason that I do it like this, so that I can see how good it feels to just be looking at a small amount that I really love. After I sit back and assess and go, wow, this feels so good, that's when I go, do I want to put the likes in there? Or do I think I can live without the likes? And guys, That is all personal tolerance. I've gotten to a place where I really like to minimize. It feels so good to have less that I tend to let those likes go, and those will go to consignment as well. If you have a piece that you just can't part with, but you know you're really not wearing it, but there's just something about it that you cannot let go. And for a lot of you, the excuses I hear are, yes, but I might have a place where I really want to wear that, or, oh, the tags are still on and I paid so much money. You know what? We could spend another hour video on that, and there are a lot of reasons to let that stuff go anyway. But for now, if for some reason you just cannot let it go, have a little place maybe in your garage or in a corner of your house or a closet somewhere else where you put those pieces that you're just not quite ready to let go, and set a time limit. Maybe you let them sit there for 4 months, maybe 6 months at the absolute most. And if you don't go in and reach for them, don't go back in those bags. After 4 or 6 months, those bags go to consignment, okay? So that's the process I go through for all of my duplicates. So now you've whittled down so much simply by going through those things. Now you can start to look at the rest of it. Okay, so after I've dealt with duplicates, then I get into kind of the lifestyle assessment part of the process. And I sit down and really think about, how am I spending my time on average? What does a normal week look like for me? And if I am spending, let's say, 80% of my time at work, and maybe going out for a dressy dinner once every 3 months, then I want my closet to be a reflection of how I actually live my life. So I kind of sit back and I take it in and I go, does 80% of my closet reflect how I'm spending 80% of my time? And usually the answer is no. And for many of us, we have massively overstuffed our closets with a category like getting dressed up wear, dressy wear, formal wear, going out wear, that we use such a tiny fraction of the time. So I will go into that category and I will pull everything out that is in that category. So usually for me, it starts with dressier stuff. I will lay it out, and this is where I will pick out a few of my favorites and work really hard to let the other stuff go. And you guys, just a note, again, we could spend hours talking about the psychology behind this, but I have noticed a lot of us hang on to pieces that have memories for us, right? It's something that you wore to your daughter's wedding, or maybe it was a graduation dress or something like that. Maybe it was a piece that you picked up on that trip to Italy that you know you'll never wear. It's not even your style, but gosh, it just reminds you so much of the trip. I'm going to be tough here and say it's time to let that go. It is literally taking up space. It needs to be in a museum, not in your closet. And I say put it in the virtual museum. Take a photo of it. Oh my God. I mean, frame the photo if you have to. Put it in a memory box if you absolutely have to, but get it out of your closet. You're never going to wear it again. And it is not making your experience that you had in it insignificant. It's not taking away from that experience. It's just a fear for some reason that we have of letting things go. Recognize you're not actually letting the experience go. So I will start with that type of category. Then I will finally get into the category of the things I wear the most. And this is where it's time to do a uniform assessment. So if you've been watching my channel for a long time, then you've heard me talk a lot about having a uniform that you wear. I think every woman should have her uniform. It doesn't mean you cannot deviate from it, but it is like your go-to look that you know looks good on you, that when you can't think of anything else to wear or you don't have time, you always reach for that concept. It's a concept. It's not a specific piece of clothing. And so for some people, their uniform is a t-shirt and jeans. For other people, it is maybe a tank with a pair of leggings, and they always layer over it. So try to identify what is your uniform, what is your go-to look, and then I would go into that part of my closet that has all of the pieces that comprise my uniform, and I would start to assess. Again, Are there duplicates? Are there pieces that you're not wearing? So let's just say, for simplicity's sake, you are someone who loves to throw on a black tank and black leggings, and you just always layer over that. Well, let's go through your black tanks. And this is kind of, like I said, it's going back to duplicates, but go through those black tanks. Are there only 3 or 4 that you absolutely love? Get rid of the rest. Are the ones that you need to replace? Then identify that. Same with the leggings, right? So now you've really narrowed that down. Now, once you're very clear on your uniform, it's time to look at the stuff that is, yes, it fits your lifestyle, yes, it's day to day, but do you have stuff in there that is like the opposite of your uniform? It doesn't go with your uniform, and it's not getting anywhere. Okay, part of the challenge of filming this video, small interlude here, is that I am in my store. So sorry about the phone ringing in the background, but that's real life. So we're talking about pieces that are in your lifestyle section of your closet, like your normal life section, but they are just things that never get anywhere. They don't really mesh into the uniform that you wear on a normal basis. They're kind of just hanging there. Maybe, and this is a little footnote again for another conversation, maybe, just maybe, they're part of your fantasy self. Does anyone out there have a fantasy self? So I'll give you an example of my fantasy self. The French woman. Okay, I am a super chic French woman, always looking pulled it together. I'm in my skinny jeans and my ballet flats and my beautiful blouse. Okay, that's my fantasy self. That is not my real self. That is not how I dress, but I do have pieces in my closet that look like that, and they're beautiful, and I had good intentions when I bought them, but they do not work into my personal uniform like at all. And so look in your closet. Do you have pieces like that? Well, okay, you can do one of 2 things. Number 1, you could just say, you know what, you could be like very vigorous with this process and say, I recognize this issue. I recognize that I'm not going to wear it. It's time to let it go and get it into the hands of someone who will appreciate it. Or if you're just like, oh, I don't want to let it go, I really want to try this, well, then you know what? I want to give you a challenge. I want you to spend a week dressing like your fantasy self. See if you can do it. Do you like that? Does it feel good? Are you ready for an evolution into that new direction? Or is it really just not working for you, and is it time to just let it go? So that's a great way to whittle down. So at the end of this process, what you should be left with is a much more functional closet. You've eliminated your duplicates. You've identified what your uniform is, so your closet is a reflection of how you actually dress. You've also whittled down the things that are special occasion wear that are maybe taking up too much real estate in your closet. So you've really, at this point, hopefully really thinned out. On top of everything, you should be keeping a little list on the side of things that you might need. So, you know, yes, you're getting rid of stuff, but maybe you're also identifying gaps. Maybe you are realizing that you don't have enough pieces in your uniform, that you always love a black top and black leggings, but you don't have enough black leggings that you love. Maybe you've lost weight. Maybe it's time to get some better fitting ones. Who knows what you've identified, but definitely keep that list because it's really easy to forget. So guys, that's it for part 1 of this little video series on how to clean out your closet, get rid of stuff, start over, and rebuild your ideal wardrobe. And in our next video, we're going to go into just identifying what your personal style is, because I don't want to just send you straight out to start shopping and filling in the gaps. I want you to do it thoughtfully. After all, the name of this channel is Zero Waste Closet. We don't want to waste any time or any space with things that do not serve us. So the next video is going to be all about personal assessment and figuring out who you are in a fashion sense. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a great week.